What is measurement? We use numbers many times every day. We use them to ask what time it is, how many meters long something is, and how many kilograms it weighs. When we think about it, it feels a little strange. We measure different things with the same units, write them down as numbers, and compare them. We do this without even thinking. It is hard to say exactly when human beings began to use units. However, it seems clear that units have grown along with civilization. When we begin to live together in one place and grow food, we start to share what we have. When extra crops remain, we begin to trade them. From that moment on, about this much can lead to conflict. Some of us feel that we received less than we should have, and some of us suspect that we were tricked. So we created shared standards to measure length, weight, and volume. This was the beginning of measurement. Measurement is not only about units. It also includes the tools that bring those units into real use. Then where did measurement first begin? Scholars believe it became systematized in early civilizations, such as ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. One of the oldest recorded units of length is the cubit. It is the distance from the elbow to the tip of the middle finger. In those days, our own bodies were the measuring tools. The story of the Great Pyramid of ancient Egypt shows us how powerful a shared standard can be. Its base is close to a huge square, and the four sides are astonishingly similar in length. The skill of stacking stones alone does not fully explain it. True precision begins not only with skill, but with a clear standard. That is why the Royal Egyptian cubit appeared. It is said that the standard was set as the length from the pharaoh's elbow to the tip of the middle finger, plus the width of a palm. That standard was carved into stone, such as granite, and fixed in place. This was called the Royal Cubit Master. A standard does not last forever just because we create it once. As we use a ruler, it can wear down, bend, and slowly change. There is a story that on the night of the full moon, supervisors carefully compared their rulers with the master standard. A standard does not truly become a standard the moment we decide on it. It becomes a real standard only when we check it repeatedly. So measurement is not about memorizing units. It is the skill of maintaining trust. Accurate measurement makes our buildings and bridges strong. It helps our shared agreements stand firm for a long time. When our standards begin to waver, trade becomes unstable. And when trade becomes unstable, trust grows weak. As our different units slowly come into agreement, goods and information move more freely, and our world becomes a little wider. Therefore, measurement is not only about how we measure, it is also about how we connect with one another. In the end, a unit is not a ruler for measuring value, but a ruler for measuring whether we can trust one another.